Good evening. Two stories about things that should work but don't get the support they need. Ghana's top football league struggles for sponsors because people doubt what they're watching is real. And someone has put shotgun pellets into one of the oldest orcas left in European waters. Trust is fragile. Neglect has consequences. Ghana's top football league is struggling to find major sponsors. The problem is credibility. George Afriyie says concerns about how the competition is run are keeping big money away. He's a former vice president of the Ghana Football Association. The league has been trying to secure backing for some time now, but questions about its integrity continue to put off potential sponsors. Afriyie believes the credibility issues need to be addressed before companies will invest. Without that trust, the Premier League faces an uncertain financial future. Hayden Online reported this. Russian strikes have hit the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv in the country's northeast. 10 people were killed, 8 others were injured. Ukrainian drones also struck the Russian capital Moscow, though no casualties have been reported there. The attacks come as the war between Russia and Ukraine continues into its third year. Kharkiv has been repeatedly targeted throughout the conflict because of its proximity to the Russian border. The city lies just 30 kilometers from Russia. Al Jazeera reported this. An orca has been found with what appear to be shotgun wounds in the Strait of Gibraltar. The whale surfaced recently with injuries that conservationists believe were caused by shotgun pellets. The animal is known as Tony. She's believed to be the oldest known Iberian orca in the world. Officials have now launched an investigation into what happened. The case highlights the threats facing orcas in European waters, where the Iberian population is already considered critically endangered. Fox News reported this. A helicopter has crashed on a Greek island, killing 3 people. The aircraft came down while flying to the island of Sifnos. It burst into flames on impact. Police say a British couple who were on their honeymoon died in the crash. The pilot was also killed. The helicopter caught fire after it hit the ground, creating what witnesses described as a fireball. Independent reported this. Authorities in Greenville, South Carolina, responded to a 911 call. When they arrived, they found actress Hayden Panettiere in cardiac arrest. Police conducted an initial investigation at the scene. They found no evidence of foul play or suspicious circumstances. Panettiere is known for her roles in the television series Heroes and the drama Nashville. She has been acting since childhood. The incident occurred in South Carolina. No further details about her condition have been released. New York Times reported this. Hayden Panettiere was in cardiac arrest when emergency services arrived in South Carolina. Police say they found no sign of foul play. In Europe, 2 arguments about borders. Ukraine now has satellites feeding live troop positions to its drone operators. Further west, Italy and Spain are fighting over who should control migrants at the edge of Schengen. Ukrainian drone operators are getting help from space. Satellite technology is now feeding them information about where enemy troops are and how they're moving. The data arrives quickly enough to be used in active combat. This gives the drone teams a significant advantage on the battlefield. They can track Russian positions in something close to real time. That wasn't possible earlier in the war. The combination of drones and satellite intelligence is changing how Ukraine fights. Drone strikes can now be planned and executed with far more precision than before. The technology helps smaller Ukrainian units take on larger forces more effectively. NYT World reported this. A border dispute between Italy and Spain is exposing deep divisions across Europe over immigration policy. The 2 countries are now at odds over how strictly to enforce border controls. The disagreement goes beyond just these 2 nations. It raises questions about national security and the future of Schengen. The agreement that allows people to move freely across most of Europe without passport checks. The fight highlights a growing split on the continent. Some countries want tougher enforcement at their borders. Others resist changes to the system that has defined European travel for decades. Fox News reported this. Leeds United are looking to build on a solid season at Elland Road. The club stayed in the Premier League and made it to the semi-finals of the FA Cup last year. Manager Daniel Farke was responsible for both achievements. He now has good reason to expect his team can improve further this season. Our writers have predicted Leeds will finish 12th in the table. That would represent a step forward from their battle against relegation last time around. Farke has established some stability at the club. The question is whether he can push them higher up the league. Guardian Football reported this. Ghana's government says it has finished the job of restoring economic stability. Now it wants to shift focus to a different set of goals. The Deputy Minister of Finance, Thomas Nyarko Ampem, announced the change in direction. He says the government will now work to translate those stability gains into higher investment and production. It also wants to boost exports and create jobs. The minister did not give details on how the shift would happen or when. He did not say what specific measures the government plans to take. Ghana has been working to stabilize its economy after facing difficulties in recent years. The government now believes it is ready to move beyond that phase. Ghana Business reported this. Stocks in the S&P 500 are increasingly moving in opposite directions on any given day. The number of what's called negative beta stocks has just hit a record high. That's a technical term for shares that tend to rise when the broader market falls and fall when it rises. This matters because it means there's more volatility happening beneath the surface than the index's overall performance would suggest. Investors looking at the S&P 500's headline number might think things are relatively calm, but individual stocks are actually swinging around quite a bit. It's a data point that critics of artificial intelligence stocks will likely seize on. MarketWatch reported this.